Good morning, Honorable Shri Ravi Shankar ji, Professor Ranbir Singh, Tony Hill, Mr. Arun Mohan, Dr. Jyoti Bose, ladies and gentlemen. When we were just about to begin this conference, Dr. Jyoti Bose sitting next to me asked me, how many mobile phones am I carrying? I told her I have 2 mobile phones. She also looked at 2 other devices that I was carrying, and she asked me what they were. And I said, one is a dictaphone and one is an audio recorder. And well, is that the future? This is 2012, and an average person is carrying a variety of devices. Well, I carry these because they are required for my day-to-day work. But more importantly, almost anybody today is carrying any kind of a toy. Well, way back in 1995, when mobile phones were introduced in our country, these were toys, very expensive toys with very expensive talk time. But as time passed by, mobiles ceased to be mere talking toys. Mobiles became the communication devices of today. And today, the smartphone era has come in with a new paradigm shift. How many of us actually land up saving everything that we have on our mobile phones? Today, I get a call from somebody. I store that number, and I store that number by the name of the person, his designation, or the way I can best recall him. It may not be the most accurate, the most perfect way of describing him, but that will be the most perfect way to recall who this person is. So if a friend from Bloomberg is calling me, and say Karthik calls me, so from a different number, I save it as Bloomberg Karthik, so remembering that it's Karthik from Bloomberg who's called me. Now, small instances like this, and if I have his email address, I will also punch it in. It's not just about mobile phones, it's not just about emails, it's today far beyond. Today, I forget what I have to do on my accounts in the bank. I have my account on my mobile phone. A lot of people have their confidential credit card information on their mobile phone. More importantly, almost a variety of corporates today are carrying their confidential, secret business data on their mobile phones. And why not? Because mobiles are now the lifeline of our society, of our basic existence. But more importantly, mobiles have also become the first paradigm of default storage. Today, I would like to store lots of things on mobile, primarily because it helps me to be mobile, to get all the information in my hand, whether it's a BlackBerry, whether it's an iPhone, whether it's an iPad. And now with these hybrid models between a phone and a tablet coming in, it's yet another thing. So new devices are coming in, but while all these communication devices have started coming in, almost something has happened completely unnoticed. How many of us have paused down to realize how much dependent we are on our mobiles? Today, my mobile does not ring for, well, there's a ring here, but if it does not ring for 1 hour, 2 hours, everybody looks at the mobile 6, 7 times. What's happened? I haven't got any phone call. I haven't got any message. Is there some problem? We are so much dependent on mobiles, and we have become so fidgety. Whether we are doing anything or not, whether we are showing ourselves to be busy traveling on the metro, I would still want to be not talking to another person, but being texting on the mobile. So right from watching movies, from saving confidential information, to communicating to the world or broadcasting to the world through social media, my mobile is my first default source of knowledge, of information, of access. But having said this, something down the line has happened. We've become too dependent on mobiles, and we've forgotten that mobiles are not gods. We've forgotten that whatever we have stored on mobiles does not remain there forever. We've forgotten that mobiles are not theft prone. We've forgotten that mobiles are not crash prone. All these things keep on happening. People at high levels keep on losing mobile phones. Of course, you can get your phone number blocked, but what happens to the huge value of data that's therein? And more still, what happens if somebody else starts using your data to your detriment? Of course, some device manufacturers and software companies have started